started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time.
Oh.
Living in the moment, the life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deeper, cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Flip the script, it's how we play a game. From start to next time, chasing fame. Put the gear behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, cure the chill for cracking jokes. Go fuck the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our streams flow, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025, and welcome back to the channel. And another stream here. I was just looking on the Jack Daniels website, and there is a brand new product from the Jack machine. Something I'm wondering, the main thing I'm wondering is how long until this gets itself down under. We seem to get everything from Jack Daniels a lot later than anywhere else on the planet, including the Jack and Coca-Cola premixes that haven't even hit this country yet. They were meant to come, it's 2025. Dude, they were meant to come here in 2023 and we still haven't got them. So let's take a look at this new product. If you go to the jackdaniels.com, which is the US website, let's make this larger so we can all see it nicely. If you scroll down, right there on the front page, there was before, there isn't now. Shit. Hang on, refresh your trousers. It was right there on the homepage when I got here before. Global English. Why is it diverted back to the global website? That's not. Okay, well, we got to change it from global to US. Here we go, right there. Introducing Jack Blackberry. Blackberry? Goodness gracious. This is going to be, I mean, I'm all about the purple. I'm all about the purple right now. I'm digging the purple coloring. Oh, cool. Awesome chicken. Awesome. Sorry about this. Yeah, I'm all about purple right now. You can see it. I got purple going out the wazoo, and the purple. I had no idea. This is all news to me. I had no idea this was coming. I have no connection to Jack. At one point in time, I had like a tiny little connection into Jack Daniels. They did send me some product at one point. It was kind of cool to be getting alcohol to review. That was pretty swish. Didn't last very long. The connection there changed, and therefore whoosh, I had no more connection. My in was an out. But here it is, introducing Jack Blackberry. Meet the only Blackberry bursting with Jack. They should have called this Jackberry. Try our new and refreshing flavour today. Well, no, not if you're in Australia. Of course you cannot. Learn more. Well, I'll learn more. A blend of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, a unique blackberry liqueur at 35%. Together they create a smooth, sweet taste that's perfect to enjoy with friends. Available in select countries globally. Available in select countries globally. That's a weird way to say that. Select countries globally. So it's not global if it's select countries. That should just be available in select countries, period. Globally, well, where else are the countries going to appear? The product depicted, including proof and packing, may vary by country, of course. And so, well, what I wanted to do was, of course, first of all, find out how long until this lands in Australia and how long until Melbourne lands in the Gives chat right now. Melbourne Doug, how you doing, Dugski? Over on the YouTube machine. Good to see you, buddy. Let's ask the GPT machine. I'm going to say, I see Jack Daniels has a new product. Jack Blackberry. Is there any indication of when this will be available in the Australian market? We tend to get new products a lot later than anywhere else. Case in point, Jack and Coca-Cola premix still hasn't had a local down under release. And it's August 2025. You feel me? Let's see what it says. Searching the web. You're absolutely right. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry, often referred to as Jack Blackberry, officially launched in the US August 4 of this year. It's being rolled out across American shelves in 750ml bottles at a suggested retail of $21.99. Hey Siri, what's $21.99 US dollars in Australian dollars?
$21.99 is $33.78.
$33.78. Of course, Australia with their taxes will jack that up to about $58 to $60. Nice one, Australia. However, as of mid-August 2025, there's no publicly available info indicating when or if it will be released in Australia. Jack Daniel's promotional materials mentions the product is available in select countries globally. Of course, that's weirdly worded, but they don't specify which ones. Given your point about previous Jack Daniel's launches in Australia coming significantly later, for instance, the Jack and Coca-Cola premix still hasn't arrived despite global availability, it's entirely reasonable to expect a similar delay with the Tennessee Blackberry. What you can do next, monitor Australian retailers, leading outlets like Dan's, BWS, Liquorland, blah, bling, bong, blang. Of course, you can do all that crap. Of course, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. I'm a patient boy. I wait. I will wait. It's like my time is like water down the drain. Everybody's moving. Anybody know what I'm quoting? Nobody cares. Nobody does. Anyway, as I want to do, I want to find out if anyone's got this product to review. And look, on the tubes of you has a channel, Brad's Bourbon Reviews. He got this bottle 2 weeks ago and he's already got 2,000 views on it. And let's learn about the product from Bradskis. Go, Brad, you do it.
Every once in a while, a bottle comes out that is something that I wouldn't typically gravitate towards, but who makes it is what makes it interesting. And today, we're going to be doing a review of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry. Let's get into it.
It looks swish, doesn't it? It's a great looking bottle. Brad.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad. And
Yo, Brad, first thing I'll suggest to you, I know you want to show off all those bottles behind you, and that's lovely, but don't forget the rule of thirds. You're putting yourself in the center of frame. That is not correct. You need to be higher in the frame. Divide the frame in thirds. On the top third line is where your eye level should be. Right now, you're in the center. You need to be up a little higher, dude. Just a little heads up. Also, you've got some lovely whiskey behind you. You know what would be better than having that whiskey behind you? Drinking it. Don't store it. Drink it.
Now, this is not a bottle I would typically gravitate towards. However, I'm a huge Jack Daniel's fan, and I'm wondering if this bottle is going to carry the same hype around it that the Crown Royal Blackberry did. And I did try that a few months ago, and it was just fine. I gravitate towards Jack Daniel's as a flavor profile, so I'm really curious if this one will...
How many times did he just use the word gravitate? Many.
Pique my interest. This is Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey blended with blackberry liqueur. Comes in at 70 proof, and it is a 1 liter, and it cost me $35 out the door for this thing.
$35 for a liter? Gee, that's going to be like 80, probably close to 90 in Australia. $35. Is he green screening? Dougsy, I don't think he is. I like this little addition. I like his little rotating machine. That's pretty suave, pretty swish.
In South Carolina in Fort Mill called Sauce Monkey. I was really excited to get my hands on this. I actually picked it up like the day before I left town.
Also, what you've got here is the new Jack Daniel's bottle shapes. I don't know if you're aware of it. They have changed their shape. They've changed their bottle design across the board. Nearly all products are rolled out now with this new bottle design, and it's less straight edges. It's more rounded edges. It's actually, ironically, it's gone back to what it used to be. It used to be rounded edges back in the day, and then they thought, no, sharp, straight edges are the crack, and now they're gone, actually, rounded edges. It's kind of like the iPhone, right? They kept changing the edges on this and beveling it and everything. You can't tell when it's in a case, but...
Let's go to get this thing open and let's see what we think about it. The flavor stuff isn't typically what I gravitate towards. I do have like a different rating scale for this. Keep that in mind when you see the end rating here.
Okay.
All right, let's give this a nosing and let's see how we feel. So, unsurprisingly, it smells
very
like
sweet.
Medicinal blackberry. It does smell like whiskey more than it smells like liqueur. I will say that. I don't think I would have picked this as Jack Daniel's. And I've had a lot of Jack Daniel's in my life. It's one note outside of like a little bit of oak that I'm getting on this. I mean, it's a flavored whiskey. It's going to smell like it tastes, essentially. Like the nosing on this isn't going to be anything groundbreaking or anyone going like, oh, I didn't catch that. Of course you did. It's blackberry. But it is a little more medicinal than I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for like a little sweeter. It does kind of remind me of like Robitussin or something. That being said, it does smell pleasant,
like,
and I just got a hint of
that's cough medicine, yeah?
vanilla. So it says that this is blackberry liqueur blended with Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. I wish we knew like what the ratio was. I mean, I know they'll never say, but there is like even at 70 proof, there is like an odd ethanol hint there, which is not what I was expecting. Enough said about the nose. Let's give it a mouthing. Let's see how we feel. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. That's pretty good. It's a little sweeter than what I would typically want.
That's pretty good. Yo, Amrex on YouTube. Hey, Ben, on unrelated question, but have you seen all the Team Water stuff on YouTube recently? What are your thoughts on it? I don't know. I don't know what that is. So no, I haven't. I'm not too sure what you're referencing. Team Water. I don't know what that is, man. Good to see you though, Amrex. Hello, skis.
Especially in like Jack Daniel's. I do think it's less sweet than like the Jack Daniel's honey is. That to me is like, I can't drink it anymore. But I gotta be honest, the flavor on this is pretty nice. And it does taste like Jack Daniel's. There's no ethanol burn. You know what this would be perfect for? Summertime. This whiskey is like something that I think would be perfect for like maybe putting into like a summery cocktail or even like put it on ice and like, you know, at a cookout or something. I don't think this is bad at all, but I don't think it's my thing. And it's certainly not something that I probably will ever drink neat again. It does have that like weird syrupy mouthfeel that I cannot stand on.
This blackberry flavor profile, I wonder if it's going to do well with mixes. You know, like will it mix well with a Coke or will it have to be mixed with like a lemonade or a soda water? Just something simple.
Flavored whiskeys, and the only one I've ever had that didn't have that was Thornbush. I wish it was like 10% less sweet, and if it was, I think you'd be right.
You know how you could do that? 10% less sweet. Add a little water to it. Water it down.
What I want from this, I am curious about two things. Since it is Jack Daniel's, I wonder if it goes well with Coke, just because that's like always what it's basically what I use Jack Daniel's for. when I'm not drinking like, higher end stuff. And I actually wonder how it would be in a cocktail. And I think we're going to have to go figure this out right
Try
now.
it.
So if you're new to the channel, this is not typically how I do a review. Usually I only review things neat, but I think in this very unique circumstance, this will be fun to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it into some lemonade right here it's homemade lemonade that I made. And then I'm going to pour it with some Coke because it is Jack Daniels after all. Why not put it with some Kylo Ren Coke here? I actually debated on even doing the Coke. Then I remembered recently that Dr. Pepper put out a blueberry flavored soda, so it could work. Let's go ahead and go through it here. Let's see which ones it's best with. Let's start with the lemonade. So this is some homemade lemonade. We're going to fill it up.
Look at that jug he's got there. It's like from the 80s, huh?
About to here, because I don't want to drink a ton of it. About to here,
Lemonade.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of this Jack Daniels Blackberry in here. We're going to see if it's any good with some good old-fashioned lemonade for the summer. All right, I got it mixed here. Let's try it with this lemonade here.
Looks like a
That's amazing. The only thing is I do get that like medicinal note still, but that is really
What's that?
fresh.
What's that cocktail that looks like? The coloring looks like a old. No, I can't remember.
All right, let's move on to the Coke here. Same thing with this. Pour a little bit of Jack Daniels in here first. Should have done it last time, but what can you do, cuz I'm stupid? Just a little bit in there. I'm going to do like my normal ratio when I mix with Coke. It's usually like half and half for me. Gonna just double
50-50. It's a fakie.
Now, again, this could be a disaster, but I don't know. I think because of the Dr. Pepper Blackberry that I actually liked okay, this might work. All right, let's see.
Didn't mix it.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Huh?
All right.
That's funny. That's funny. The honey, Jack Daniels and honey and Coke goes together really well. Yo, Rob, how you doing, man? Robert Muller. G'day, Benon. How are you? I'm good, thanks. The new bottle design looks different. Never knew Jack Daniels did blackberry whiskey. This only came out a couple of weeks ago. It's extremely new. It's very new. The bottle shape is new or old new. The product is new. This is all new. I would not expect to see this in Australia for at least a year. There may be some specialty shops that will bring in, a carton of it and then sell it for a jacked up price. But in terms of retail on the shelf at like Dan Murphy's and Liquorlands and BWS and all that, I would not expect to see this for at least a year at minimum. So count this as August 2025. We're not going to see this in down under till August 2026 if we see it at all.
Oh, God. All right, that didn't work. All right, so if you're going to try this, definitely try it either neat or in, like, in this case, Lynchburg lemonade. I think it really shines there.
Amrex, another unrelated question. Have you heard about the story of the Bitcoin pizza? Yes, I know this story. The guy paid 10,000 Bitcoin for pizza in 2010. Yeah. I didn't know how much he paid. I know he paid a lot of Bitcoin because they were worth next to nothing. The conversation there is that in terms of dollar value today, well, Bitcoin's $120,000 per coin. That's a lot of money to pay for a pizza. Of course, you can't really relate it that way because the value of it then was what he was basing it on. But it is funny to compare, or it's it's not funny. It's just notable. Imagine having Bitcoin back in the day and imagine holding it. You would have made a very smart decision to either mine it or buy some and just hold on to that and forget about it for a long, long time. I had a chance to buy it in 2013, and I think it was around about $700 a coin. And my partner at the time and I decided not to do it. We looked into it. I had a friend who was pretty deep in it, he had a bag. I don't know what he did with it because I don't see him. He was in a pretty successful hip hop band in South Australia, Adelaide. Not that one, well, he was on that label, but anyway, his band ended up kind of calling it quits. And I don't know if he made a ton of money from Bitcoin because I don't really hear from him much anymore. But we decided to not do anything about it. Possibly the dumbest decision in hindsight that I could have made, but we made it together and we did some research and we discovered stories about people using Bitcoin to buy drugs on the dark net. And we were like, oh, okay, that's shit. No, I'm not interested in that. It turned me off. I should have investigated deeper. I should have put my prejudice Prejudices. No. Prejudices. You know the word I'm struggling with here, the prejudices. I should have put those aside and just gone for it. One of my friends made a lot of money from it, probably millions, but he prefers not to talk about it. It's clear he invested early on. Right. I mean, the joy of hindsight, like we all – you know what, though? I'll just say this. We'll get back to old mate in a second. I'll just say this. Hey, Siri, what is the USD price of Bitcoin?
$1 is $1.54.
No. Hey, Siri, Bitcoin price in US dollars.
1 Bitcoin is $117,693
Okay.
according to Yahoo Finance.
Calm down. Just give me the price. So 117,000. So you might argue that 117,000. If Bitcoin does what people are saying, and a lot of people are saying this, not me, people. I'm a person, but I'm not a person saying this, but people are saying there may well be $1 million Bitcoin in the future, $1 million for one coin. Now, at that point, $117,000 for a token isn't that much, right? I mean, of course it is. $117,000 is a lot of money for anyone to scrounge together, and it's a lot of money, but at the other scale, $1 million on the road to $1 million, 110,000 or 117,000 doesn't seem like much. Like you might be kicking yourself in the future for not buying now when it's still cheap at 110,000. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm approaching it. Of course, it's anyone's game. You might be better off buying other crypto at this stage. Ethereum has had a run. A couple of weeks ago, Ethereum was 3,400. It's gone 4,800 right now. Solana's had a pump. That might have been a good one to buy. There's other ones too. Cardano ADA, that hit $1. I bought that a little while ago, and it's been sort of pretty lame, but it hit $1 a token. So in this kind of day, in this point in history, it could be a time to sort of stack a few other ones. If you're not gonna buy Bitcoin because you think it's too expensive, there are other cryptocurrencies that maybe could be the equivalent of buying a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoins in 10 years from now. And you're like, well, man, I had a whole stack of that shit. Just saying. I don't know. I don't have a ball, a crystal. I don't have a future. I mean, no. I have a future. I don't have a future crystal ball. Amrox, I wanted to really go deep in 2022, 2023, but I thought I was already too late. My friend is an expert at this stuff, but clearly he doesn't mind sharing his wealth a bit. I mean, look, you always will say, I can almost guarantee this. Whenever you think about it, you'll always think you're too late, no matter when it is. You'll always go, oh, I'm too late for that. I remember when I was in New Zealand 3 winters ago, it's 2025, not this one. Yeah, 2022. Bitcoin was around about $38,000, $39,000. And when it was going up, I was buying. Whenever I had excess money from my job, my day job, I would put it in Bitcoin and Hex. Now, you might slap me across the face for doing Hex, but I was pretty... I was side swindled by the hexagons, so I was investing in Hex. Anyway, when Bitcoin hit about 48,000, I was like, oh shit, man, it's too expensive. Hey, it's too expensive right now. I don't want to buy that. That's my gut feeling. I was like, it's too expensive to buy at 48,000. Dollar cost averaging was my approach. So whenever there was excess money, I'd just buy Bitcoin, no matter what the price was. Regular interval on a Sunday, just buy it and not even look at it, just forget about it. And so now when Bitcoin's at 110,000 and I'm still dollar cost averaging on a Sunday tomorrow, I'm like, oh, whenever it dips, I'm like, cool. Whenever it pumps, I'm like, okay. To be honest though, I probably won't ever use it. Like more than likely Baxter and Claudia and Poopsie will be the ones that, take the rewards from this. I've only sold a little Bitcoin and I had to buy some hardware, and I sold some Bitcoin and then immediately bought it back up again as soon as it dipped. It was actually a pretty rad move. In effect, I day traded, but I did it over the course of 4 or 5 days. So I sold Bitcoin when it was high, took the profits, bought the hardware, watched Bitcoin tank. It dropped, and I was like, okay, I'm buying the amount that I sold and then some. So I rebought at a lower price. So suddenly I'm in the green again, and then I bought more, and I was like, okay, now I'm clear. Now that hardware is effectively free because I sold it when it was high, took the profits, it tanked, I rebought. I'm like, cool, we're back to normal, back to square one. But in the long term, I'm hodling it, and if I get to be an older man and need it, I'll use it. But if not, Baxter and Claudia and Poopsie, they're going to be the ones that, it's kind of, I don't know, like if you want me to get all poetical here and get all teary-eyed, I feel like monetarily, financially, I'm not a failure, but I'm also not, I've got a house. No, I've got a house. A lot of people don't have that. I don't know, like I just feel I had aspirations to be more wealthy by the age that I'm now. I turned 50 next 2 weeks, and I just had aspirations of being more wealthy and being less dependent on work, I guess. But it could be worse, right? It could be worse. I've done really well, but I feel like I can do this, and that ensures that at least I don't have children, but I have my sister's kids, and at least those guys will be set up. From the actions I'm taking now, and from the actions I've taken in the last 4 years or so, since I started live streaming on DLive and started earning crypto, those actions are definitely going to affect Baxter and Claudia and Portia in a more positive light than anything else I could leave them once I've gone. Man, and now back to Jack Daniels, the Blackberry Jack. Shit.
It's so neat, but it's not what I typically gravitate towards as a bourbon drinking experience. So what would I give this as a rating on its own? I am going on the flavor scale. So if you hear a crazy number, I'm not comparing it to something that I've given that's like a straight bourbon, the same score. So different scales. Keep that in mind. That being said, for the flavor scale, I think it's pretty solid. I don't think we're in the eights. There's a weird note on the back end that I'm not in love with. It's like metally almost. I can't really explain it. Between that and the weird mouthfeel that shouldn't be there on something this proof, I'm gonna give it a 6.2. It's not my favorite thing I've had.
It's funny when someone rates whiskeys and they give it a number. It's like, I don't really give a shit what you give it. What kind of a scale? What's the scale here anyway? It's just a random number, really.
It's definitely not.
That said, I just did a review of a Jack Daniels product yesterday where I gave it a 7 out of 10. So again, just a random number scale.
Favorite Jack Daniels product. It's not even my favorite flavored Jack Daniels product. So comment down below. Let me know if this was on your radar, if it's something that you're interested in. While you're down there, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then.
No worries, Cobber. Good to see you, buddy. What was that noise? I don't know. It's sometimes when it's windy, this house just makes settling noises. That's what I think's going on there. Jack Daniels, Tennessee Blackberry may or may not come to a place near us soon. In the meantime, what's going to come to me right now? It's a Saturday. Am I going to get a beer or a coffee? We need a poll. We need to be able to do polls. I don't know if I'm going to do a beer or a coffee. I know I'll do a beer at some point. I'll give it a 44 out of 60. Right on, Doug. That's what I mean. How strange are those scales? Who cares? I'm giving this a 17.6 out of 400 yellow. Yellow being the color that I've chosen for random. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, right? We got videos we're going to review and we're going to react to here. Hopefully they're not going to be as gnarly or as terrible as that one yesterday. That was a horrible interview. With Sam Altman from that channel, but there's other things here, some surfing content. I've got a surfing clip that I want to roll here. I'll go and grab something, and I'll be right back. If I'm not back in time, though, you will see you'll see a blowfly doing aerobics on a piece of styrofoam. I'll see you soon. Well, got myself a coffee and I feel like things are going extremely well for me right now. Just happiness. Everything seems good. Let's cut along here. And speaking of surfing with dolphins, Western Australia. In the words of Billy Joel, there's a storm front coming. Is there now? Is there stormy weather coming? Oh, speaking of that, what the hell? Melbourne Doug, in the words of Billy Joel, there's a storm front coming. Text message from someone telling me, it's so cold. 3 degrees, -1 on, oh shit, Tasmania, -1. Oh, you mean in that video? Yeah, true. There was a storm out at the Tasman. Yeah, true. Let's check this out. Surfing with dolphins. Heck yeah. Dolphins are cool. See them quite often out here. Who's this musically? Is this TV on the radio? The song? I'm going to get dinged for it anyway, aren't I? I know I'm going to get copy struck for that. Song is Woo Life by Heavy Pop. Sounds rad. Dolphins are the dogs of the ocean, aren't they? They're just playing. They're having fun right there. They're just playing, having a good time, jumping around. Wow. Pretty sweet. Wow. They're good surfers, those dolphins. The odd drop in here and there. Locals only. Interesting. I want to know more about that song. I want to know more about that band. Song is Woo Life by Heavy Pop. Woo Life by Heavy Pop. Who are they? Here's a Bandcamp. This will tell us their locale. Accept all cookies. From Manchester. You would not have spotted them as a UK. Interesting. Right, okay. I like that. I'm going to keep that out. I'm going to check out more about that band. I love hearing new music like that. That's what we heard. Surfing with Dolphins. Let's move on. What is this? A massive volcanic eruption in Italy. Oh, shit. Whoa, that's close to human. Holy crap. You better get out of there.
Suddenly and unexpectedly, Europe's highest active volcano, Mount Etna, reawakened early on June 2nd with a powerful eruption that covered the Sicilian sky in smoke and ash,
Dang.
setting off alarms among authorities, sending tourists fleeing in panic and prompting a red alert for aviation safety in a series of dramatic events. Located on the Italian island of Sicily, Mount Etna stirred back to life at 4:14 a.m. local time with increasingly intense strombolian eruptions that caught the attention of the Italian National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology. In a morning statement, the institute confirmed that massive columns of smoke and ash from the volcano's southeastern crater were causing fine ash fallout in the Piano Vettere area. Later, at 11:03 a.m. local time, 10:03 BST, they officially announced that volcanic activity had grown stronger and almost continuous. During these eruptions, the sky turned into a war zone as ash, lapilli, and volcanic bombs shot hundreds of meters above the volcano's summit.
Lapilli? What is lapilli? Where's my ChatGPT? What is lapilli? Let's ask a new chat here. What is lapilli in relation to volcanoes? In volcanology? No shit, that's a word? Volcanology? Lapilli are rock fragments ejected during a volcanic eruption that fall within a specific size range. 2 mil to 64 mil. They're basically volcanic pebbles, larger than ash but smaller than volcanic blocks or bombs. Lapilli, I love the word. Lapilli, I'm going to keep that in my mind for a song title. Lapilli of wherever this is, Italy. The Lapilli of Italy.
The eruption's severity did not go unnoticed by the Toulouse Volcanic Ash Advisory Centre, which reported that the ash cloud had reached about 21,000 feet, posing a significant risk to global aviation safety.
Wow.
Consequently, at 3:32 UTC, the aviation colour code was raised to red. However, as conditions partially stabilised, the alert level was revised back to orange at 6:39.
Wow, that's a lot of...
Striking images of
ash.
Etna's eruption quickly spread across social media, capturing the dark plumes of smoke blanketing the mountainous region between Messina and Catania. The footage
Messina.
showed tourists frantically running down the slopes, covering their ears from the deafening blast.
I wonder if they have good gelato there. Dumb question, or not dumb question, but legitimate question. Are there people that are claiming this is fake? You know, there's all kinds of weirdos on the internet that say everything's fake and phony. I bet this is fake as well. H-Man, how you doing, man? As of today, I'm an earthquakeologist. That's a funny term, isn't it? Volcanology. It almost sounds too good to be real. Volcanology.
While trying to find a safe path through the fearsome spectacle of rising lava fumes. Although local residents tried to remain calm, the sheer power of the volcano once again left a deep mark on the collective memory of the community. This latest eruption began with white smoke clouds rising from Etna's southeastern crater, but the real warning signs came on the night of June 1st, starting
Dude, I wouldn't be anywhere in those, like in the foothills of that. If you look at that and it's exploding, like what about lava and molten lava and shit? Hendrik, the place shook about 10 centimeters north to south. Was wondering if I should run. Wait. Wait, you had an earthquake in Bris Vegas? H-Man? What have I missed? As of today, I'm an earthquake. You had an earthquake in Brisbane. Was there an earthquake in Brisbane? Earthquake Brisbane. Earthquake Brisbane. Top stories. That was today, yeah. Earthquake near Brisbane causes residents to report shaking. 2 hours ago, nothing happens here. 5.6 magnitude earthquake strikes regional Queensland. Well, fuck me. 3 hours ago. The first time you've experienced one. It's frightening, man. That's pretty big. Damn, dude. The quake occurred at a depth of 10 kilometers, so quite far down. So no injuries. Saturday's quake was actually slightly larger than Australia's most famous, which hit Newcastle in 1989, killing 13. These are like home Nest cameras, aren't they? That's a cluttered home. Too much shit on the walls. Whoa. The cat's freaked out. Shit. Damn, dude. They got aquariums in there that look like that'd be a risk of collapse. Yeah, the cat was pretty freaked out there. Has some lovely people. They felt it. This tree's wobbling? Really? Oh, come on, man. You can't be showing us a potential earthquake on a camera that's got such horrible stabilization. That just looks even worse. What is an earthquake? No, I don't want to learn about that. I want to see. So there was no casualties. Okay, good to know. Good to know. H-Man, I hope you're rocking it up there. Is it too soon to make jokes like that? Rock it, H-Man. Hope you're okay,
10
dude.
p.m. UTC and peaking around 1 a.m. on June 2nd. Seismic tremors detected at a depth of 2.8 kilometers below the volcano were
you said that's the first time you felt one. First time I experienced one was in New Zealand a couple of years ago now. And what I think I told this story, but I'll tell it again quickly. What was interesting in this earthquake was that it was at 3 a.m. when everybody was asleep. But what I didn't feel the earth shake, but what I did hear, so all windows in nearly every modern house in New Zealand, certainly in the South Island, they're double glazed. So what that means is there's two panels of glass. There's one on the outside, then there's a gap, then there's one on the inside. And so that keeps like a column of air, traps the cold air, traps the warm air, keeps you separated from, when you touch your car window in the winter, you feel cold, right? That's because you're touching the same glass that's touching the outside. If there's a gap, then another piece of glass, then you don't feel the cold. What woke me up was these panels were tapping themselves together because the earthquake rocked the whole house, and I'm in the basement area. I'm literally underground at this point in my room. It's under the mezzanine level, and the walls were shaking so violently that the glass was tapping itself. And I woke up to, what's that noise? I was like, what the hell is that? And then I got a text message from my housemate. He goes, did you feel it? I'm like, why are you texting me at 3 a.m. about feeling it? What am I supposed to have felt? And he's like, that earthquake. And I was like, that's what that was. Scared the shit out of me. Just the fact that the windows were... Double glazing is a good insulator, hell yeah.
Ominous indicator that a powerful eruption phase was imminent. The intensity and duration of these volcanic vibrations confirmed that Etna was about to enter a major eruptive phase.
Get out of there, guys. What about lava? The floor will be lava, literally.
This disaster serves as a reminder of the undying energy of this volcano in the heart of the Mediterranean, which has been active for
Do you reckon that was a
thousands of
robot?
years.
Do you reckon that's a robot
We extend
reading?
our thoughts and prayers to all those affected by this event.
I am not a robot. What's this? Yin and yang, the deep meaning of yin and yang. Now, I always thought it was ying. I always thought it was Y-I-N-G, yin and yang. It's yin and yang? Why isn't it yin and yang then? There's no G on the ying?
All information whatsoever can be translated into terms of yang and yin. Alan Watts. The concept of yin and yang lies at the basis of Taoist philosophy. It makes a lot of appearances in popular and consumer culture, representing...
So here's, okay, before we've even watched 30 seconds of this is what this video is going to be. It's going to be a ChatGPT 11-minute diatribe of yin and yang set to stock footage that's just edited by an AI machine. This is going to be so poor. This kind of content is what we're going to be dealing with from now on because AI is getting so much better at creating this crap. The person could run a script and do this with not just yin and yang, but could do it with how to make pizzas, what the history of pizzas, the history of concrete, how do you tile a roof, how do you set up an awning, how do you apply sun cream correctly. They could just type anything in and it would do it all, and they post it to YouTube and they monetize it. This is absolute rubbish. If that's what this is, that's what it looks like. Let's give it more than 30 seconds before we criticize it too heavily. Too late.
things like balance and inner peace. But the profundity of yin and yang goes way beyond that. When we really get this mysterious philosophy, it may change our view on the universe forever. This video is an attempt to explain the deep meaning of yin and yang.
Wow, what's the frame rate you're going on with?
The idea behind yin and yang is kind of paradoxical. The black and white stand for two opposing forces that are also complementary. This constant mutual attraction and repulsion causes constant change that manifests in what we call the universe. Phenomena like life and death.
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's generated by AI. Cuts, voice, footage, script from Einzelgänger. I use Creative Commons material from Pixabay. I can't watch this crap. I just can't. I need to be more entertained than just some random shit. Okay, what's this? Wandering Turnip. He's got a Delica. Did I just buy the world's worst camper? Did we watch this? I don't know if this looks kind of familiar.
This is my 2005 Mitsubishi Delica, a Japanese import. It cost me £7,500. I've had it for 2 weeks, and to put it politely, it's well and truly before a load of you have a go at me for drinking by my vehicle. It's a non-alky, and that thing isn't going in.
Corona's alcoholic, unless they make a non. Does Corona make a non-alcoholic version? I haven't seen this before, by the way, because I would recognize this guy. I don't recognize him.
Anywhere, I wish it was, but the timing belt went. The timing belt went a week after buying it. So please, if any of you in the comments have ever experienced a timing belt going on a vehicle, let me know. How bad was it? How much did it cost to repair, if you could repair it, or did you just have to scrap the vehicle? Which unfortunately is looking like one of the options now. I've catastrophized as much as possible. When a timing belt goes in a vehicle, on an interference engine, if I'm correct, it can be so bad, it can cause so much damage to all the valves and stuff that to get it repaired...
It's not my link, Hendrik, given I've sent Delica links in the past. Does it say Corona near the label? It did. It said Corona. It said Corona server.
Cost more than the vehicle cost. So I'm yet to find out just how bad it's going to be, but I've pretty much weighed it up. It's going to be bad.
Okay, it's going to be bad. Let's just find out. Does here comes my buddy. Does I'll make it a new chat so it's obvious. Does Corona make a non-alcoholic version of their beer? Searching the web. Yes, Corona now offers non-alcoholic versions of their beer. Here are the two ones. Corona non-alcoholic. Okay. Containing less than 0.5% ABV, so it's still got a bit of a pop. Here's the one for the UK. Corona Cero. That's what it said. Corona Cero. Cerro Gordo. Alcohol-free beer. Why would you bother?
It doesn't look like you have an app named Alcohol-Free Beer on Bennon's Room TV. You can search for it in the App Store on that device.
Why don't you shut up? Unless I ask for you, don't speak to me. Did I say anything that even resembled the word SIRI? No. Anyway, apparently Corona does make a non-alcoholic beer for these yahoos that want that. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
It's going to be incredibly bad, or it's going to be catastrophically bad. And when you're presented with options that are all bad, at least you're kind of accepting your fate a bit. But let's give you the tour. So it wasn't just me who was excited for this van, it was Ted as well. Ted, you love it, don't you, in there?
What a strange looking dog.
Look how great he looks in there. So this was going to be our new vehicle for exploring, for travelling around the country, for making loads of fun videos. Oh, put your pink away, Ted. I'm so sorry if you saw that. You're on camera, dude. You're on camera. You've got to pop that away. You've got to pop it away.
Wow.
As you can see, Ted is as gutted as I am about
What a strange looking dog.
not working. We only had it a week. We had it 1 week before the timing belt went when I was driving. Where I bought it from, as I say, I paid £7,500 for it, which is the most amount of money I have spent on anything in my entire life. Now, the seller wanted £8,500 for it, but they'd only had it for a short period of time and they didn't know when the timing belt had gone. So I was like, look, I want to get that done immediately.
I'm getting worried now. I'm getting worried about timing belts, if I'm being honest. Let's just ask the GPT machine about timing belts. Tell me about timing belts. Timing belts in GoVan. I don't have any reason to suspect mine is playing up. However, after watching enough YouTube videos on the subject, I am frightened, and mine may sketch out, given GoVan is an older vehicle. Has it ever been changed, Gibbs? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Is there anything I should do in a preventative manner? Let's see. Good call bringing this up. Timing belts are one of those things that don't give much warning before failure. Dougski Hendrick, I'm going to see a chocolate starfish do the song of Meatloaf with the 14. Oh, wow, cool. Oh, that's Netski. Netskis hasn't ever changed. Sorry, dude. I thought that was Dougski. How you going, Netskis? Good to see you. Good call. Bring it up. In an older rig like GoVan, Delica, it's a smart thing to be thinking about. Here's the rundown. What a timing belt does. It synchronizes the crankshaft, the pistons moving with the camshaft. It does? Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't know what that shit means. It synchronizes the crankshaft, in brackets, pistons moving with the camshaft, valves opening and closing. If it fails, the engine timing goes out instantly. Pistons and valves can collide, known as an interference engine, which usually means catastrophic engine damage. Wow, it sounds like this is a known thing. Why did they design them like this then? Again, I'll say it again right now. This is why I really favor electric vehicles. Why would you make why would this exist in an engine? If it fails, it fucks everything up, right? Everything's fucked. If this thing goes, you're screwed. And they designed it that way? And people are whinging about batteries. Oh, you better not get a Tesla because the lithium battery can burn and they can't put them out. What about your crankshaft pistons moving with the camshafts? Catastrophic failure. This is frightening because, like, I don't know, like I might dig out my I might contact the seller and just ask them, you know, just out of curiosity, that vehicle I bought from you 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, timing belt, anything? I don't know. Fuck, it's frightening me. Replacement intervals. Most manufacturers recommend replacing every 80,000 to 100,000 kilometers or every 5 to 7 years. Rubber deteriorates with time as well as use, so even if mileage is low, age matters. Given Govan is older, unless you know for certain when it was last replaced, it's safest to assume it's due. Okay, warning signs, though not reliable. A ticking or a clicking noise from the engine. Visible cracks, fraying or oil contamination on the belt. Misfires or rough idling in advanced cases. But the catch is most timing belts fail without obvious warning. They look fine right up until they snap. This is really frightening. Preventative steps. Check your service history. If you don't have written proof of a recent timing belt change, assume it hasn't been done. Do a timing belt kit replacement. Don't just swap the belt. A proper service includes a replacement belt, testosterone idlers, tensioners. Tensioners and idlers, a water pump, often driven by the timing belt on Mitsubishis. New seals where needed, fresh coolant. Do it proactively. Think of it as cheap insurance. The cost of a timing belt job is far less than the cost of rebuilding or replacing an engine if it fails. Ballpark for your Delica, around $900 to $1,500 at a shop. DIY is possible, so it's about it's $1,000. I'll spend it. I'll do it. DIY is possible if you're handy, but it's a big job with zero margin for error. That says, do not attempt this. Zero margin for error. That says to me, if you try this, you know you're going to fuck this up. And there is zero margin for fucking up here. You cannot attempt this. My advice, if you cannot confirm the timing belt was done within the last 5 years, get it replaced. That way you remove the worry completely. Do you know if, when, or ever Govan's? No, I don't. I'm going to have to dig out. I've got a folder of stuff that might have some documents from the previous owner. I don't think it does though. But I've still got her contact details. I could just randomly drop her a message. She'll be like, what the hell? I don't remember. I mean, it's no drama. It's no harm asking. But maybe I should look into doing that before I go on this road trip to Tasmania, right? Yeah. That's what I should be looking at. Bigger cars had a timing chain, Falcons and Commodores mainly, and don't need replacements. Okay. I mean, look, I'm glad we've seen this video from this guy because it's kind of frightened me enough to want to check into it myself. So let's continue on watching. This guy's had unfortunate events occur to him. Let's try to avoid this happening to Govan.
want to get all belts changed, so we got it down to £7,500. Unfortunately, the day before it was meant to go into the garage to get the timing belts changed, the timing belt went, so it's absolutely incredibly horrendous look. I feel less like an idiot because I knew I was going to get it done. I don't blame the sellers. I don't feel like they've gone, oh, let's try and get rid of this vehicle. I think when a timing belt goes, it's just a ticking time bomb. They won't have known. Yeah, as I say, just horrendously bad luck. And we are down.
My GoVan folder?
All our money. But before I give you the full tour of the camper, because it is a camper this, before I make some food, set up camp basically, because
H-Man, you've tried doing it and it's very hard. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I changed an alternator. That's pretty much, and that's me done, right? I'm not going to try.
This might be the only chance I ever get to set up camp in this camper. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Level 8 Cases. Now, because I've been incredibly stressed, because I've been sad about this, my very good friend and country musician said he'd step in and film this ad for me. So without further ado, over to you, Tennessee Dave and the Wailing Turnips.
Well, she left me one night down.
Come on, what are we doing?
Right back. Never
Wow.
I really do need it right now, but yeah, let's set up camp. Let's set up camp as this camper ain't going anywhere, so we might as well at least make it a little bit comfortable by the side of the road where we are broken down. Now, I did get it moved. I know I did that other video about when our AC took 43 hours it took in the end. No, 41 hours it took in the end to come collect when I first broke down, which was crazy. And I'll speak a bit more about what's happened since with that, because it's a bit bizarre. But yeah, let's set up camp. Are you all right there, Ted? You all right? He looks comfy, doesn't he? Check out inside, though. Let's just get inside a second. So it is a real classy number in here.
Who did that over on D-Live? Netskis, thanks for the host, man. Cheers, dude. Thank you, man.
And his dog. It's got so many nice touches, this van. You loved it, didn't you? You did. You really loved it. Obviously an upgrade from the Igo.
I'm looking, while this plays, I'm just looking through all my documents and I've got all these jobs that were done when I bought it, and I'm just looking through the list and I'm hoping to see the words timing belt changed, but I feel like that would have cost a lot more than what I've paid at this point. I don't know. I don't know how much it would cost to get a timing belt done, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Ted used to go camping in, which he did love, but you've got a bit more room now, haven't you? You've got a little bit more room, but check out this, and what an amazing feature this is, the double sunroof. So we've got one sunroof there, and we got another one.
The double sunroof?
Here.
What's this?
I mean, just look at that. Oh, look at all the open space. You don't need a pop-top roof when you've got double sunroofs.
Double?
So, so good. One other thing I love as well is, in this vehicle, because it's a Japanese import, all of the stuff is still in Japanese. So all of the writing everywhere still in Japanese. In the tiny amount of time I was driving this thing, it was incredibly hard to figure out how to turn the radio on. It was incredibly hard to figure out how Bluetooth worked, but those kind of problems were fine.
Double?
I didn't mind those problems. Those were fun problems. The timing belt going and the engine being done is not a fun problem. That's a horrendously expensive problem that I'm probably not going to be able to afford to fix. Double? So let's make the most of the vehicle while we can. Oh, lovely touch as well on this. Armrests when you're driving. I don't know if you've ever had that luxury, but it really does change the entire experience. Not only for me though, as well for your passenger. Your passenger's got armrests as well. It's wonderful. This vehicle really was ticking all boxes for me. So unique. Only done 80,000 miles. Not a bit of rust on the underside. There's not a mark on the vehicle. It looks new for a 2005 vehicle. Unfortunately, yeah, the timing belt going is just about the worst of the worst that could possibly happen after a week of owning it. God damn it. So potentially, yeah, the worst amount of money I have ever spent. It doesn't matter how nice it looks, it doesn't matter how shiny and clean it is, if it's broken and I can't afford to repair it. But let's get back to having some fun.
He's really bummed, hey, I can tell.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
We can't use roads.
Hiya, you okay? Oh,
he's really bummed.
That's embarrassing. A couple I know who know the van's broken down on the road just walk past and watched me, a 33-year-old man, pretending to drive a broken vehicle, doing car noises. I thought it couldn't get worse, but it's just gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Damn. This is the content, the revolutionary content of 2025.
Yeah, I just looked through every document I've got from GoVan. I didn't get anything from the seller when I sold it. No mechanical history. I've got to just ask her, I guess. But yeah, and what I feel like whatever she says, I'll probably still get I'll still make inquiries as to a timing belt service. I mean, I might as well, right? Like, it's going to cost $1,000, maybe more, but it's probably an insurance policy.
A man closing sunroofs. You had Baldwin Bankrupt, you had Peter Santinello, you had Max Fosh, and now you've got the Wandering Turnip closing sunroofs. Let me show you from the back, though. Let me show you this. What are we looking at?
Oh, your pillow falls out like
look
mine.
At that. Lovely double bed. Big, full double bed there. Plenty of room for me and Ted.
So to change the timing belt, it's not as costly as once it's blown, because once it's blown, you've ruined everything, right? So he's bummed because he's now has to fix everything that's messed up because the timing belt snapped. Yeah.
But also, Eleanor, my girlfriend, who never could come away with me in the Igo, that was a one-man and his dog mobile. This is a full double bed. Everyone could be out having a good time. We could just think of all the amazing things we could be doing. That NC 500 round Scotland. We could be doing driving down to Cornwall, staying at beaches. Obviously, none of this can happen because it doesn't work. Then down to this bit as well. Oh, kitchen unit. Built in, look at that.
How many clicks
Kitchen
in the clock?
unit.
How many Ks is it done? I think 180,000. I can tell you if it'd be on here, right?
Built in. Here's my Kadak double hob cooker. Oh, I'll get the chopping board out as well. We're gonna need that. Oh, sorry, Ted. How ace is this for a setup? Look at that. Obviously, you're cooking, all your stuff on there. Before as well, but after I got it, sorry, I went to TK Maxx and I like stocked up on everything from like little containers for my salt. I got loads of extra gas canisters. I got like loads of cool mugs. I got a trowel. You know what that's for? You got to cover your tracks if you're out in the wild. I got a bottle of Febreze, because you never know when you need Febreze. All of that stuff came to like 100 quid, and that was in the week when I had it. I was like, let's get ready for all these amazing trips.
I thought it would be on my latest registration papers, but it doesn't appear to be. So I don't know.
Let's get ready for going away. We're going to do so much fun stuff. No, we're not. All that extra storage under there, my pots and pans, Ted's uber long dog lead for when we're on the campsites. I even bought some cute little oven mitts. God damn it. So obviously we're not actually camping because this thing can't go anywhere. So it's just by the side of the road at the moment, waiting to be picked up. A guy is coming to pick it up because currently I don't know how bad the damage to the engine actually is. So he needs to take the whole engine out, look it over fully, and basically tell me.
I'd get a mechanic to check it out. If you hear any engine knocking, do it ASAP. Oh well, look. I mean, what I'll do, I'll send this message to the previous owner right now. I might as well do this while we're live. I won't dox her or anything, but I'll send her a message. And if she says, "Oh yeah, I don't remember," then I'll just go and get it done. Right? It's an older vehicle. We just took it out to Uluru. I mean, it probably just should be a thing that gets done. If I'm going to take it into a mechanic to look at it, it might just behoove me to take it in to just get the job done, or at least I'll get quotes as well. I'll just send her. We'll keep watching this.
Right, well, apparently there's a tiny percentage.
I don't even remember her name,
when the timing
though.
belt goes on interference engines that it's like a miracle that the engine takes no damage. If it's that case, it's still going to be a new timing belt and work. Still going to be probably over £1,000 for things. So that's like the good bad option. The middle one is engine needs like a full rebuild, which is probably going to be maybe like 3,000, which I also can't really afford, but I'll probably try and scrape it together, either so I can sell the vehicle, get it done so the vehicle's bomb-proof, and then sell it to cover my losses. I don't know. And then the final one is, yeah, the engine's completely scrapped. It needs a new engine. And I don't know. I've been quoted between 5 and 10 grand from one place, which obviously would just be, this would be going to the scrap. Someone did offer me $1.5 grand for it as a non-runner.
Wait.
But I really don't want to.
Wait. I'm looking through my message history and I'm searching the word Delica. I got a message from Bus Life NZ 6 years ago. What? I got a message from Bus Life NZ. Hi, Andy and Amber. This is Benon from YouTube channel Gives a Minute. I wanted to reach out, blah, blah, blah. I asked him for an interview. And Andy responded, why don't I remember this? He said, oh, no, I remember this. He said, let's do it another time. That's right. Yeah, I asked him for an interview and he said, we'll do it another time. Where did the word Delica come up? Bought the Delica van. He said he bought a Delica? The guy who just bought the Delica van, cheers for the connection to Be Old Later. They put me in touch with... Anyway, sorry. Whatever. Sorry. That's pretty irrelevant. But...
So soon. So, yeah, they're the kind of options. But let's get back to the positivity. We're at the campsite. We're having fun. Everyone's having a good time. I love this as well, like the pop-top back door.
Hey, Just Rev, how you doing, man? On D-Live. We had the timing belt just done and pulleys changed on our PT Cruiser, and now it runs like it was new. Had a few other things done too. Okay. What was the damage? What was the cost there, if you don't mind? By the way, I shouldn't be looking in my messages. I should be looking in Marketplace where I bought the thing, right? I'm looking in my personal messages. I don't have a personal connection to this person.
Awning. Oh, and as well, this awning came with it, so this actually pops out and gives you a full awning. I won't do it because I'm on the road at the moment, but I'll put a picture in of what it looks like. Lovely little number. It was ticking all the boxes, guys.
All the boxes, guys.
We can't go camping in this thing, and potentially we never will. Let's make some food and enjoy it once before it may have to go to the scrap heap. A little bit of BLT.
Oh,
I'm thinking.
Here it is, Georgia.
A little bit of BLT.
Okay, I found the message. I'm just going to read all the history.
I am getting some funny looks just by the side of the road, making a butty. But I can't go anywhere else. I wish I could. Really wish I could. Right, so bacon's sizzling away. Time to move on to the lettuce and tomato. Ted, you probably will get a bit of bacon, but you've got to be a good boy, yeah?
Just Rev, everything we'd done in the 2 different trips to the shop was around $8 grand. Whew. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. I'm hoping mine's not that expensive, but okay. You had other things done though.
I think you can do that. Sweet setup though, eh? Look at this. Just to be honest, the woods behind, pretty smart. Woods on that side. I kind of just feel like I'm at a campsite. It's not the worst spot to be broken down. I actually suggested to Eleanor yesterday, I was like, should we just go down and hang out at the van and we can maybe like sleep in it and just come down? And she said no, because it was a birthday, which I guess is fair. I get it, not everyone's fun is being broken down by the side of the road, cooking some bacon, pretending that you're in the Lake District. Cheers guys, if you're just tuning in, we're at my camper that doesn't work, wish it did. Just trying to stay as optimistic as possible until the diagnosis comes tomorrow, and we probably have to get rid of it. So yeah.
That was a tranny service? That was long overdue? Transmission service, right. So I guess the timing belt on its own, yeah, it looks, ChatGPT told me between 800 to 1,500. So given the Delica's a bitch to work on, I'm going to assume it's going to be close to $1.5 grand minimum.
Mitsubishi Delica, this vehicle, the vehicle that I bought, it's been my dream camper for so many years. It's just been my dream vehicle. I just think they look so cool. Now, because they're an old vehicle, well, 2005, so 20 years old, but it's hard to find ones that don't have any rust. It's hard to find ones that don't have a mark on them. It's hard to find ones that don't show the age. And when I found this one, I was like, I can't believe it. This is the one. This is perfect. It ticks all them boxes. The rust underneath is one thing that it can just ruin a vehicle. So this is mint condition underneath. So yeah, as I say, it was ticking all them boxes.
It's funny. I'm just reading the description that this person said when I asked her first about GoVan before I bought it, and she's telling me stuff which I now know to be factual. Like for instance, she just says the roof rack is the largest you can get, so you can fit everything on it, sit on it or whatever. And I'm like, the greatest time I had with Sophia was sitting on top of that roof rack, watching a storm roll through Camberwarra. That was rad. Then she said before that, she said something to do with the mattress. Something like, where is it? She said, I set this van up for maximum sleeping space since we used it with 2 adults and a dog that requires way too much sleeping space. The whole top is flat. I had some of the best sleeps in there. Man, I sleep so well in GoVan. That mattress, I don't know, she included it, but that mattress is so good. A new serpentine belt and pulleys, new valve, cover gasket, and a couple of new sensors. So that's probably why $8,000 for you there. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Where's my mouse? Here. Play?
Yeah, just didn't last the week. A little bit of tiger bread, buddy. Say a little bit, pretty mammoth bit. Bacon's looking good. Any of you lot got campers? Any of you just randomly super into Japanese vehicles and know how to work on them and can offer me some advice? Japanese imports, by any chance? Big shout out to Grizzly Gaz. Thank you for all your help. I'm sure a lot of you know Grizzly Gaz, fellow YouTuber. But yeah, when I was in my hour of need, I was chatting to him a lot because he knows his vehicles really well. So that was helpful. Let's crack another one of these bad boys. Corona, non-alky. Feels just like you're having a real one. Everyone's favourite condiment of the 20s, sriracha. Let's give that a big dose. There we go. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Mamma mia. I will be damned if I don't enjoy this camper as much as I possibly can before.
So yours is a 22-year-old car that runs like new. We're kind of in the same. You got a PT Cruiser. I know what that is. Yeah. We're in the same kind of category there. I've got an older vehicle, 2006, I think it is.
The verdict comes tomorrow. You can smell bacon, can't you? You can smell bacon. Sit, be nice. If you're nice, let me eat some of it and I'll give you some, yeah? Be nice. So yeah, I just want to make the absolute most out of it. And if the verdict is, it's got to go. I mean, there's not much I can do. There's not much I can do. I literally can't afford to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on it to hopefully get it back up and running. It's just, it's a nightmare. This butty's not a nightmare though. This butty looks amazing. Oh no. Spillage. Okay. As we sit by my camper, sharing stories, I'm sharing my vehicle horror story. If any of you got any vehicle horror stories, breaking down for a long time. I was broken down by the side of the road for 41 hours until our AC finally came. And I just said, I want to cancel my membership. I was like, I think this is outrageous. And they went, if you want to cancel your membership, that's going to cost you £125. Absolute joke, absolute joke. But yeah, any of you got any horror stories? Vehicles breaking down, buying new vehicles, things going wrong, let me know. I'm getting some right funny looks. I need to find you a bit of bacon that's not got sriracha on it.
It's very timely. You're watching this, Gives Netskis. Dude, I'm listening, but I'm also scrolling through every message I had with the previous owner just to see if she mentions the timing belt. I don't think she's going to. I will send her a random message this goes way back in history, but I'm going to just hit her up and say, just curious. Everything's going fine with GoVan, but I just had a curiosity. Yeah, I don't want this to be me. Next trip, this could be you. Yeah, I definitely don't want, like, I would rather spend $1,500 or whatever. Yeah, to preventative maintenance. Timely, yes.
Sit. There you go. Look at him. Isn't he just the best? Aren't you just the best? Wish you could go away camping with you. Wish we could go do some proper exploring. Back. Oh. And then what do you do after you've had tea at a campsite? You go to bed, you have a couple of beers and go to bed. So let's go to bed. Let me in. Come on. Come on. Should we lie down? Do you know what I mean? How great would this be? Me and the main man just chilling in the van.
It's a cute dog, isn't it? Almost looks fake.
Once you start though, he doesn't let you stop. Oh, he's so great. Oh. So here I am, full of bacon, full of BLT, just packing it down for the night, settling in. We got the fairy lights, we got Ted chilling, room for so many people in here. It's a wonderful, wonderful vehicle. It really is, and I'm trying to stay as optimistic as possible, trying to not imagine the worst case scenario whilst still preparing myself entirely for the worst case scenario, because it's probably going to be that. I mean, obviously there's worse things happening to so many other people out there, and there's like, if this is my stress of 2025, the silly monster truck with big wheels that you bought isn't working.
Hey, Dalesky, what a
so
do?
Be it. But obviously it's all perspective,
how you doing, man?
isn't it? Like, all perspective. When you're in it, it just feels bad, regardless of how bad it actually is. I know it's pretty lame, but I have just been coming down here and just like sitting in it.
Okay, so just a slight pause here. I've just read the entire chat history with this seller. Doesn't mention the timing belt. I just checked her profile, did a little bit of stealth stalking. She's still down the coast where I bought it from, and she has active listings on Marketplace. So it's not going to be a problem that I drop her a random message here about something she sold 3 years ago or whatever. So how do I word this? How should I word this? I'll grab a stickies note just to start it. We'll do this together, right? I just don't want to. I want to be polite to her. I'll say, "Hey, girl," but I'll give her real name. What is her real name? How do you spell it? Okay. Just I'm going to say this is out of the blue, and straight up ask if the timing belt was ever done. Yeah. But I just don't want her to be, oh, why is he contacting me? I sold that car years ago, and then not even reading the message. I'll say this is out of the blue, and there is no problems with the van, whom I quickly dubbed GoVan, but I wanted to inquire if you ever had the timing belt changed, not serviced, while you owned it. I've been watching. I'd ask for proof. Yeah, for a receipt. Good call. I've been watching YouTube vids, and after a long road trip out to Uluru, I feel like I probably should have it done, but wanted to see if you had already. Again, no issues, no signs of it needing to be done, but trying to act proactively instead of reactively for the first time in my goddamn life. I won't put that part. For the first time in my life. If you did have it done, would you still happen to have the receipt? Why would she have the receipt from a vehicle she got rid of 2 years ago? Would you still happen to have the receipt? Cheers. Bob. Don't ask for a receipt. Keep it friendly. No. I think it's fair to ask. I mean, why would she have kept the receipt from a vehicle she literally sold secondhand 2.5 years ago? She would have either given it to me or she would have ditched it by now. Netsky, in New Zealand, of course, all vehicles that have had it done have a sticker either on the belt cover or on the front of the frame interesting. Ask her if she has the service records. It's always made very obvious. My bet she sold it before getting it done to save money. I mean, if that's possible, if it's possible she sold it to save doing that job, then I'm definitely skating on thin ice to get it done. But then my mechanic, when I've gone in for services and different jobs, they would have picked up on it. They would have said, "Oh, you need to do the timing belt." No one's ever said anything about it. It's only the fear by watching YouTube videos that I'm going down this road right now. So here I go. I'm going to send this out and I'll see if she responds. She's online by the look of it. Sent. This will blow. I won't say what I was going to say. This will blow her away just to get a message so far after. Like if I sold something and the person sent me a message 3 years later, I'll be like, who the hell are you again? What's going on? Why are you doing that? Go away. We'll see.
Lying in the back, cracking the fairy lights on. If it's dark, opening the sunroof. If it's nice. And just lying and just thinking, oh, imagine what could have been. Imagine what could have been. £7,500. Such a rash decision.
Yeah, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, like and even if she did sell it because she didn't want to do that job, that's fair. But no, I should have asked her. Does the timing belt need to be done, or has it been done? I should have. I don't know about this shit. I've never known about cars. Right? I'm a dumb when it comes to vehicles. In fact, reading back my whole history with her, I asked some stupid questions, you know. I asked questions about, does it fit in a garage? I didn't ask questions about how good's the engine or when was the last service. I'm like, will it fit in a conventional garage? I'm so dumb when it comes to motor vehicles. Thanks, Rev, for the gift sub. Oh, did I miss a gifted out sub? Thank you there, Revskis. Check to see if there was ever a recall on that year and make of the car. I would have known about a recall on a Delica. I'm in the Delica fan groups and all that stuff. I would have known about that. It's a genuine question. Yeah. I should have asked her about a timing belt for sure.
I make big rash decisions in my life about money ever. Like I've never spent anywhere near that amount of money on anything. This guy's having an absolute shocker. He should be drinking triple strength beer to drown his sorrows right now. Instead, he's drinking no alcoholic Corona. Meticulous. I looked through it. I knew it needed the timing belt changing. I just didn't expect it to go the day before I was getting it changed. Oh, so annoying. The home on wheels that could have been, Ted. We got so close. We got so close to the dream vehicle, and it's eluded us.
Okay.
Back to the highway.
I wonder if on this video, or on this channel, he does get the Delica fixed. Latest. I heard about new Jack Blackberry. Yeah, man. Yeah, we checked it all out. Let's just search for Delica across the channel here. Delica. He only had that one video. Okay. By the way, it's a Saturday afternoon. I want to have a beer. I want to have a beer and continue watching content with you lovely specimens. I'll be right back with a beer, enjoy some surfboard riding, and I'll be right back. Benon looks to be staying on the board a lot longer these days. I do. Yeah, I've been getting better at surfing. I mean, surprise, surprise. If you do something long enough, you get better at it. I really enjoy. Oh, by the way, she's seen my message. Mystery Seller has seen the message. Now I'm just waiting for her to respond. At the moment, though, exclamation drink, exclamation pour in the chat if you're on Kick. I'm going to be cracking a homebrew right about now, Skins. Yes. Too late. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Dowskis. The homebrew is cracketed. Here comes the pour. Wait. How's it making that noise? He's not even pouring it. Some magic happening in the air. That's the trigger of the alert. This is the real pour. Cheers. Woo yeah. Let's continue on. Didn't go over too well. DeSantis offers Newsom help with the anti-ICE riots. Political charged content here, folks. Get on the edge of your seats.
So what are they doing differently in Florida?
Let's debate.
Joining us now is the state's governor, Ron DeSantis. Hi, Governor. Good to see you tonight. Now, I understand you offered Gavin Newsom help in handling his unrest. I understand that didn't go over too well.
Yeah, they accused us of trying to, quote, escalate. But I can tell you what escalates the situation is being a sanctuary state. What escalates the situation
Florida governor?
is tolerating the looting and the rioting and the burning of these vehicles and attacks on law enforcement. And we do it just the opposite in Florida. When the 2020 riots were happening in Minneapolis, California, all these other places, we didn't let that happen in Florida. But we also recognize, like, this is what the left does. So we did landmark anti-rioting legislation. So in Florida, if you riot, if you loot, if you engage in any type of mob violence, you are not going to be treated like they treat you in Portland, where you get a slap on the wrist and then just get put right back on the street. If you do that in Florida, you're going to jail and you're going to be held accountable. And we've had, when we did that legislation, people said, oh, they don't want protests. And we've had a lot of protests on various issues. Heck, Laura, every time I get out of bed, somebody's protesting things that I'm doing here in Florida. But that happens and it's peaceful. And the minute you cross that line, that's when we will spring into action. And I know they're trying to do stuff this weekend all across the United States. And I don't know exactly what they have planned for Florida, but I'll tell you this, we're ready. Our local law enforcement's ready. Our state agencies are poised. And even our National Guard, if need be, will be there to quell any violence or any unrest if people make that dumb decision to do it.
Yeah. Governor, yeah, you referenced the Saturday resistance, no kings, or some tedious branded protest across the country. But they're kind of these pop-up protests. Again, they're organized. About 1,800 of them are planned, including more than 75, they're claiming, in Florida itself.
This is old news, right? This is old news? Yeah, 2 months ago. Anyway, we'll continue watching it. I'm not adverse to politics.
And that's the same day Trump is planning the military parade in D.C., Flag Day,
Florida.
Army's 250th anniversary celebration, which in and of itself, that's driving the left crazy. They hate any display of patriotism or celebrating of the military. They can't stand that. So, Governor, how are you preparing for these supposedly 75
Hendrik, I'll keep my mouth shut. Yeah, look, I'm not adverse to discussing politics. I don't really have a very good grasp on it anyway. So whenever I see anything, it's kind of like it's an education for me as well. But yeah, you know who you should talk to though? You and Dale should talk about politics together. Not, of course, I'm being silly.
Our folks are ready at the state level. I mean, I think, as you know, the local police will be the first to respond if anything goes wrong. County sheriffs will be there as well. We have our state law enforcement on standby They'll be ready to go, whether it's the Highway Patrol, whether it's Florida Department of Law Enforcement. And then we do have National Guard who will be ready. But I got to tell you, we've dealt with this pretty effectively in the past. I mean, one of the things they're doing in Los Angeles, yes, you see the looting, you see all that. They also just take over streets. Look, if you don't have a permit to take over streets, you can't just interrupt traffic. The Hamas people tried to do this when they were doing that a year.
Why not? The Just Stop Oil protesters take over highways by sitting on them. That seems to work pretty effectively. They don't have a permit for that.
A year or so ago, they tried it in Miami. They were kicked off the road in 13 minutes. They tried it in Central Florida. Our Highway Patrol got them out of there in 11 minutes. So you're going to be held accountable.
Lohan Gaming.
The inmates are not going to run the asylum.
Over on Trovo.
So it's a bad.
How you doing on Trovo, Lohan? Good to see you, man. Enjoy the gaming. Enjoy the Trovosities.
Decision to try to pull that nonsense in Florida.
Yeah, we're looking at live pictures, Governor, in L.A. of some of these, quote, protesters flying the Mexican flag from a back of a truck. And again, a lot of these streets, police are trying to free up so people can actually move uninhibited and without fear or intimidation. But it looks like they're going to have some more problems potentially on their hands in Los Angeles.
That's better.
But Governor, people have to understand a lot of this is really nothing to do with immigration. This is to do with destabilization of the country. The groups organizing this are all about that. The migrants are just pawns in all this. I really don't think they care about the construction sites or the fry cooks. They don't care about those people, just like they didn't care about George Floyd.
Protest is fine. Crime, go to jail. Simple. That seems pretty simple.
Yeah, look, I think that I do think the left is passionately committed to open borders. I think they are offended that President Trump would actually do his oath of office and enforce the law. But I think you're right in the sense that this is just the latest pretext. It was the Hamas stuff a year ago, year and a half.
Look at that comment from Lohan. What a stupid comment. What an absolute dumb comment from Lohan Gaming. Did you really think this would work? Come on, man. Come on, Lohan. Gohan and work hard. That's not even Twitch, Dale. That's Trovo. Gohan, go home, Lohan.
Ago. It was the BLM back in 2020. And so they are going to find something to be able to go, and they're funded, and we know these Soros groups are funded, and that's one of the things we're looking at in Florida. Any of these groups that are trying to dox ICE agents, as you say, Laura, that's not about immigration. That's about trying
some similarities
to destabilize law enforcement operations in this country. We're going to come down hard on them if they're interfering or threatening our law enforcement personnel. But these are well-funded. This is the left in action, and it is part of a larger agenda than just immigration.
All right, Governor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. Let's move on. What's the next linky poop here? Going out with a bang, the Big Bang Theory. Now, that's weird timing. Holy shit, we just talked about this character, right? Sophia in my chat yesterday was talking about one of the guys on this show, right? I'm not. This is a tab that's been tabbed out, ready to roll for like months. But how about that timing? That's bizarre. A show I don't watch. A show I don't think I've ever watched.
Is that what you came home with?
That's what they do there.
Oi.
Oh, okay. I was close.
No, you were closer than we. It's kind of.
Now I like Sophia even more. Is this a show I should watch? I mean, it's over. Now would be the right time to start watching it, right? That you can watch it all in your own leisure. The Big Bang Theory. I might get into it. I'm deep in the Star Trek lore right now, the canon. So it might be a while before I get to it.
A bit embarrassing, that one.
It is?
Except when you're overseas.
Yeah, then it's like a big deal. I mean, you didn't. Did you know that?
it was adorable.
That's like a thing the Aussies do.
Have you visited?
No, I haven't.
You've never been to Australia?
No.
You should both hang your heads in shame.
I do feel a little ashamed and curious.
Yeah.
And I will go at some point.
Well, it's just round the corner, down the hill.
Just round the corner.
A couple of movies
I've
in a
heard
bottle
it's a
wine.
short plane flight.
There you go.
If there are marsupials, I think I'm
We've
there.
got sharks and stuff, and you know.
Sharks.
And dingoes. That could get one of our babies.
Dingo is my baby!
They may not know a lot about us, but we
this
certainly
guy.
know a lot about them.
Penny.
Sheldon.
When you started this thing, could you have imagined...
Wait. I have seen this show. I recognize that character. Yeah, I had an ex who watched this show. Yeah, okay, I know the show.
12 seasons?
No. I didn't even... What season did you join?
Melissa Rausch and I came on in season 3, and then we were made regulars in 4.
Did you even feel by then like this is a staying
No,
power
as an
job?
actor, every week is your last week of working.
It's true.
You play the character for so long, for 12 seasons, 279 episodes, it becomes second nature. And so it's not, it becomes more instinctive and instinctual than it does work.
The characters have obviously evolved over the years. How have you personally grown and changed?
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, how have you grown?
How have I evolved? Just but in the middle.
You know, my jeans are not the same size they used to be.
Champagne, champagne, champagne with a packet of Splenda in it.
You know what I call this drink?
A waste of champagne?
No, a Dr. Cooper. Because...
He's also sweet and bubbly.
Are you sad it's coming to an end?
Sure.
Wait. Was that meant to be funny? So I'm looking at this from like a nobody, right? I don't know the show, but was that supposed to be funny? That wasn't that funny. I guess you got to know the characters, but that wasn't that funny, right?
Champagne, champagne, champagne with a packet of Splenda in it.
The part about what the drink is called was funny, but the next part wasn't.
What I call this drink?
A waste of champagne?
That part's funny.
No, a Dr. Cooper. Because...
He's also sweet and bubbly.
Are you sad it's coming to an end?
Sure.
That does not make me want to watch the show at all. In fact, that makes me not want to watch the show. You call that poison, Just Rev.
Yeah, very sad.
I'm devastated.
Yeah. It still feels very surreal, though. I don't think it'll really hit me for a few months afterwards.
Really?
Yeah, like when we're supposed to come back. Generally, we come back in like second week of August.
I found that show to be stupid. I do have memory of an ex-girlfriend sort of, we used to watch show for show like we'd show each other a show and we'd watch it together. And I remember this show, I thought it was called something else. No, she got me to watch Scrubs as well. Scrubs, Metalocalypse, and this show. And I didn't like any of those shows. I tried to get her to watch Seinfeld and she hated it. She hated Seinfeld. And her father hated Paul Kelly. I was like, wow, what's going on here? Like, I'm up against a wall at this point. You don't like Paul Kelly? Like, you violently despise Paul Kelly. What are we going to listen to at Christmas? How to Make Gravy? We can't listen to that? Oh man, that was horrible.
Stage
Come
when there'll be like a new
second
pilot.
week of August this year. I'll be like, aren't I supposed to
Yeah.
be? Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
really over.
No, it's starting to hit me now.
No.
Because we only have a few more to shoot, so it's starting to come to like, because the beginning of the season was like, oh, we have a whole season, and now it's starting to wind down, and it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to really take it all.
Scrubs was all
I
right.
think all good
Okay.
things have to come to an end. I feel like, I mean, I'm not speaking for
No,
you, but I think the general feeling kind of in the industry is also that there's an ebb and flow to every show. And we've ebbed and flowed, and you know,
we have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
It's not like there's this regret over stories we didn't tell.
Right.
It's not this regret over. I really wanted to see what happened.
We
after.
covered a lot.
We covered a lot. We're sleeping together, for Christ's sake, at least 3 times a season.
Not enough for her.
Your girlfriend has a Penny vibe. I'm assuming that's Penny there on the right. I don't know the characters.
It's not enough.
I know you probably can't say too much, but I trust you're going to go out with, a bang.
The reason we can't say too much because we have no damn idea.
I don't know if our
Oh, the
writers
blonde.
know.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if they
Okay.
know either.
Gotcha.
I assume that they know roughly how they want the series to end. I feel like I've heard whisperings that they know.
If you like heavy metal,
Metalocalypse
Metalocalypse was good. I mean, I tried to watch it. I tried. I like heavy metal. I like all kinds of music. I like metal, but I just didn't. Yeah, I don't know what it was about that show. I just didn't get it. I just couldn't. Like, and I don't mind animated sitcoms. I like the ones, the good ones. I just couldn't get that. I just didn't. Yeah. Part of it was when she said I don't like Seinfeld. I was like, let's watch The Marine Biologist. And if you don't like that episode, then we don't have to watch anymore. And she didn't like it. She's like, no, I don't get it. I'm like, what? You don't get it? And then The Contest. Let's watch The Contest. These two, The Marine Biologist and The Contest. If you don't get a laugh out of those episodes of Seinfeld, you got to go and see a doctor. There's something wrong with you. Those two episodes are funny all the time. Like in all walks of life, any age bracket, those two episodes are funny, very funny. One's talking about masturbation without ever saying it, and they're dancing around it so delicately. And it's not just male masturbation, it's female masturbation. It's on a mainstream comedy at 7:30 at night, and that's the funniest way they get around it. And my ex-girlfriend was like, yeah, it's not doing it for me. I'm like, what are you when he comes in and slaps the table and says, I'm out, you didn't laugh at that? Like, I can't stop laughing when I see that bit. And then the marine biologist, when Kramer pulls out the golf ball at the very end, and George pulls it out and Kramer has to say, is that a Titleist? And you can see all of them giggling, trying to deliver that line. You don't find that, like, that is side-splittingly funny. And she's like, no, it's not. And then she made me watch this shit, and he's talking about a drink called a bubbly because someone's also bright and bubbly. It's like, that's not funny. Like, even if you know the characters, that's not funny. Can you play it for us? I'm not going to play Seinfeld here. I'll definitely get dinged. But yeah, The Marine Biologist and The Contest. Just search those two episodes up. And if you've never watched Seinfeld, you don't know the characters, just know that it's friends and they're hanging out, having a good time. They're all buddies. And it's just hilarious. Like, hilarity ensues.
Or anything.
We think that's funny because we have a very dark sense
I think if
of
you
humor.
killed all of us in the final episode, it would be a lovely way to go out.
I think Australia has a good dark sense of humor. They would think that's hilarious.
But I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
Congratulations on all the success.
Thank you.
What's the most satisfying thing about it all?
The friendships.
The money.
Not here. The ones that I have gained outside
of
work.
the show.
I just miss my friends.
No, that makes sense. Well, you'll get to go see them now that we don't have to.
I know.
Yeah.
Hence me feeling fine about this.
He's just trying to hide his devastation that he is not going to be here for much longer. No, we really are we make jokes, but we're all just complete wrecks. That's the truth.
I do have an idea.
Yes.
Big Bang Down Under.
Oh.
The movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That's
then we
great.
could go to Australia, which would be.
Will you be in it? If you're in it, then I'm on board.
You could play my dad. We've never met him.
That's
We look
true.
so much alike, and that's right there. You're a shoo-in.
You know what? I thought this whole time I was talking to Simon.
I'm gonna get you an
actually didn't
audition.
realize.
What is it? Is it the hair?
Yeah. And the cross on them.
And the cross.
Horrible looking hair.
It's just insurance.
Yeah.
The Big Bang, folks. It's banged its way out. Oh, here we go. We're going to wrap this up today with an episode of The Tipsy Panda. Now, who's the Tipsy Panda? This is the channel here. My nephew's friend, Baxter's got a buddy. His name is Zalian. That's right. Starts with an X. He's got a friend who starts with an X. And he's been mates with him since primary school. They're still mates to this day. This is his channel. It's called The Tipsy Panda. And we've been watching some of his content in order of oldest. So we went and checked out his first vlog, and we're watching him. He's just arrived in Iceland, and this is An Icey Land Part 2. And the only reason we're watching this is just to sort of give him the views and give him the props. I mean, he's just a young kid making content, right? And we're just trying to support someone that I've never met. No, I've met him. I met him a couple of times when he was younger, but just trying to give some support here. New intro page.
This is my view. Imagine waking up to that in the morning. That is incredible.
Not really.
I couldn't live here.
That's not that incredible. It's all covered in fog.
This makes a pretty good argument for a reason why I would.
It's frosty.
Mushy. Very soft, squishy under the feet. I think it's volcanic rock. Imagine having a view like this to wake up to every single day.
That's not a view, Zalian. That's the whiteout. You're not seeing shit. You're seeing the thing nearest you and then it's just all white.
And I think as an Icelander, that would be perfect. Ooh, crikey.
Crikey.
And then have the view of the sea out there, and it's all rock. And I think there's a patch of snow out there somewhere. It has been snowing quite a lot in the mountains, but we haven't been snowed on yet. We have been hailed on. We stopped off to get a drink at a cafe, and we got hailed on. You look up that road, and you've got one large mountain, and that there is the Volcano of Iceland.
That's epic.
Hopefully the clouds clear so that we can see a bit better the volcano. You see you got a few snow patches up there and whatnot, but we're off to explore the town. So there's a bridge where you've got, hopefully, fresh flowing water that's coming from the mountains up there somewhere, and then across the bridge, down and out into the sea.
Looks pretty desolate for a town.
I must say, the landscape here reminds me a bit of the TV show Vera, just how bleak it is. Occasionally you get a few...
Kind of reminds me of Tasmania, funnily enough. The South Island. The West Coast, down in Gormanston, kind of looks a bit like that.
Green trees, but the trees that are green, there are very few of them. I didn't buy winter boots just for this. Oh, these aren't winter boots anyway, these are just normal shoes. So hopefully I'll do okay if it does tend to snow. This is the name of the street that we are staying on. Moajada. I have no idea. Sounds like something from Star Wars, to be honest. And this is the town centre. A servo, you've got the Waysay over there, communal bath. A lot of the places around here are heated with geothermal energy.
Right.
So they don't have such high expensive energy bills. And Iceland is actually known as one of the biggest energy providers in terms of geothermal energy, as well as the aluminium industry. So I'm guessing it's because so much smelting is very...
Sorry, I love all these facts. How rad is the stabilization in his camera? Like, he's hand holding it and he's obviously rocking it back and forward because you can see how much he's moving, but how rock solid is the gimbal stabilization? I wonder what his rig is.
The biggest energy providers in terms of geothermal energy.
That's impressive.
As well as the aluminium industry. So I'm guessing it's because so much smelting is very cheap and affordable to do. Well, there's 3 restaurants, I think. So plenty of choice. Not much choice in the price, but what do you expect? It's Iceland. There's got to be one hell of a scenic children's play set over there.
Fully.
All right, there's an information board up here. Let's see what that has to say. Thankfully, I'm kept pretty warm. I've got a merino wool undershirt. I've got a normal shirt on. I've got a small jacket, and I've got a windproof jacket. But I think the most important layer is definitely the windproof layer, because the wind right now brings the temperature down from 5 degrees to probably about freezing point. Bardura Snuffels, a mythic figure of a man and a giant, mortal who never died, the personification of the landscape and the nature of the Snaffels Peninsula and the whole Snaffels Glacier.
Is that how you actually say it? I thought he was just being silly. Snaffels. That's kind of a cool word. Bardo Snaffels. Band name.
Yeah, as a whole. Oh, God. More personification. I thought I wouldn't hear that word again out of school. Great. Anyway, something about yada yada, whatever. Anyway, this is some sort of cave or some sort of...
Nick Cave?
I probably should have read the things better, to be honest, but oh well. Oh, for the shot, surely. Look at that. And to think this time last year, I was head in the books, studying really hard, knowing that I was going to be here next year. That is
pretty
immense. Cool. Here you can smell the fresh sea breeze. Very nice that they have all these boardwalks here leading out to the coast. Have a look at that. That is atrociously good.
It looks kind of like
now,
the
I know
south
Iceland definitely
coast.
isn't for me, but if you just wanted a bit of peace, a bit of quiet, a bit of solace,
pretty rad.
You could sit here for hours.
Yeah, it looks like Cathedral Rocks down in Bombo. Bit more ragged, bit more volcanic. The edges of the rocks look a little bit more sharp. Pretty impressive landscape though, holy shit. The music doesn't go with it. It's gorgeous, right on Dale. What is this music? Zalian, what are you doing, man? What is this music? Do we know what, does he mention what it is? Music, stylish, chill, confusion. I guess they're all Icelandic music. Jazz, funk, groove, backing track. I reckon that's... Oh, I'm going to get dinged for this shit for sure on YouTube. Is this it? Is that the song? I don't want to play too much of it because it'll slap me for a ding. Oh, it's a piano tune. It's probably this one, Confusion. Yeah, Igor Snuman, provided to YouTube by Epic Eli. So I'm definitely going to get a ding for this. In the VOD, this will all have to be edited out, but that's all right. I muted out, but it's all good. Interesting tune. The stark beauty. Look, man, I like I said, I'm watching this just to help him out and also to enjoy the content, and I'm stoked we're getting to see Iceland. Pretty rad. Music be damned. I'm gonna have to just yeah, whatever. I'll just cop the hit. Might go down there. Shit. Just a little technical side note. I actually increased my main light. I don't know if you've noticed it. I don't know if you need me in any more light. Like I've got when I'm looking towards the monitor to watch content, that light is the focus light, and that one there is just a side light. That's the main, the fill light, and that one's just a side light. So I've increased this one. Is that better? Like having it at that kind of brightness? Lighting seems fine. Okay, cool. It's just funny because I have a histogram on the GH5 and it's underexposed, but I kind of like that it's underexposed on the maybe one stop below or maybe two stops below. Is there alcohol in this homebrew? Yes, there is. I made it, therefore it exists. I guess what I'm saying is every time I stream, I'm perfecting it and I'm getting it to exactly how I want it, how I like it. And right now, everything seems fucking on point. There are some small technical hiccups that I've got to address, but I think that it's coming together nicely. 5 years into my live streaming career and I've finally got the shit nailed down. Got the hardware audio encoder. I've got Stream Deck running everything, 2 Stream Decks, monitors all running perfectly, Chat's good. Every site I use is working well. Everything seems to be working fine for the first time in a long while. So praise be. Let's not touch anything. Don't touch any wood. Don't touch anything. It's working. Let it go. Sorry. The other thing that's really rad about this Rodecaster Pro 2 is that it has a compression, or it has a master output, which then feeds back into OBS. And I've applied compression and EQ directly to everything that comes out. So I've got compression coming in from Firefox. I've got compression on this mic, and then the whole package, the whole output, which is basically a flattened file, if you like, or all the faders compressed into one, has compression on it before it goes out to OBS. And then in OBS, I've got a tiny little bit of compression added in the final mix that goes out to stream. So I'm so psyched. Maybe the next 50 years you can chill and no longer obsess. Probably not. Like that's ever going to happen. Yeah, probably not. Look, you know me, Dale, and I hate having to worry about tech. And now tech seems to be working in my flavor. So no worries. Shut up. Shut up. Let me have my cake. And now we get to enjoy content together. That's too loud. I can ramp it down. Stream Deck, man, with the dials, so sick. I'm gonna try to stream more often as well. Like,
how crazy is this of a backdrop? I don't know if you can hear me because I'm not wearing the mic, but hopefully the camera picks up good. Well,
that's nice, man.
That of a backdrop right there.
People are always telling me to shut the fuck up. Yeah, Dale. Like that's ever going to happen. I'm also using autofocus on the GH5. I don't know. It's not hunting too much. Doesn't seem to be pulsing as much. So is the free ChatGPT using a higher version now since... Yes, the free Netskis, ChatGPT defaults to GPT-5 for everybody. Obviously, there's limitations with the free version. You can only ask it so many things until it cuts out, but it accesses the GPT-5. As you can't use GPT-4 unless you ask it. I don't know. All of it's 5 now. 4 skins are out and 5 skins are in. Sounds cool. I've used it a few times. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm digging it. Man, Iceland looks rad. I want to go there, I think.
I find that quite often in Iceland, you'll see yourself thinking, where did that mountain go? It's because the weather here changes so quickly that the mountain that you just saw before has now almost entirely disappeared behind cloud. So it's very short breaks of clouds and sun before it goes back to being so gloomy. So
Icelandic chicks are smoking hot.
Trying to find the mountain for the.
I mean, yeah.
But
most Nordic populations have pretty men and women, for sure.
I don't know if you can see it. That there was the volcano, and it's gone already in the space of maybe 20 minutes. And back on the horizon, it was looking pretty bleak with loads more clouds, so I think we might get rained on again. There we go, mountains back out again.
That looks like Lord of the Rings style, right?
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the places you'd see a travel influencer do something like this.
I bet he used ChatGPT for that. Yeah, run back to get the camera. Nice. Okay, he's got a sense of humor.
I gotta say, the little stroll back to the camera has to be the most embarrassing thing if you're caught doing it. Live in the moment instead of trying to film everything you do.
Alien landscape, fully alien-esque.
This is just for my enjoyment. Look back on when I'm older, remember the views and all that stuff. I don't need action shots of me walking from and to a camera.
I like Alien. It's got a good vibe. Queen. What was he listening to there? Was that Queen? He must be doing all right financially.
So we've just been driving for about...
So hang on. He just left high school. How does he get all the money to go traveling? Baxter was working Woolworths. It was Queen. Yeah. I thought so. Baxter worked Woolworths stacking shelves. He got some cash. Hey, John C. How you doing, man? Over on YouTube. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. How you going, John? Good to see you, buddy.
An hour. Seeing a beautiful waterfall over there as well. We're in a harbour port, and on the side of a massive mountain we have...
Yeah, like Zalian says himself, the only reason he made these vlogs is so he can look back on it in the future and remember it. I don't think he's expecting people to watch it. I mean, what's this video got? This is uploaded in March of this year. It's had 89 views. So he's not cracking any... He's not railing the algorithm, but we're watching it, and I'm stoked he publishes this stuff.
Town hidden away. Look at that.
I reckon his parents had cash. Maybe, yeah.
Why not, mate?
Baxter would know, but then again, like, it's none of our business anyway, really. Like, it's just a question that popped up because I know he just finished high school, and all of a sudden he's traveling with a bucket load of money renting vehicles, which is fine if his parents had them. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It never happened to me though, and I'm a little jealous.
Why not? Look at this beautiful waterfall.
I never got any money like that from my parents. In fact, when I hit grade 7, which is like the first year of high school, I remember very clearly. I remember this happening so clearly. Mum comes to me and goes, "Now, son, you're in year 7, or now, Ben, you're in year 7. Come with me." And she took me into the laundry and she goes, "That's the clothes washer. From now on, you wash all your clothes. You put them in here. You add this amount of powder. It was a turn dial. You press this in and turn that around, set it to this, and within half an hour you come back, you take them out, you hang them out there. I'm not doing it anymore." That was in grade 7. At that point, I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this myself now.
In danger. And I want to feel the snow for the first time in ages. Wow.
He's going to touch the snow. Be rock hard. Expected.
Whoa, okay. Snow.
That's more like ice.
Very slippery. Oh. Well, I'm on snow for the first time in a long... Oh, it's in my shoes, damn. Okay, we're out of the snow. Bad.
That's your typical Australian see snow for the first time. Yeah, Yose, how you doing, man? Jose over on Beam. How you doing, man? Good to see you. And he's out. Teaching a child to work, earn their keep is wise. Yeah, Mum did that, yeah.
Bad choice. But we're now next to the waterfall. The freshest water, hopefully.
Drink it.
Look at this. I mean, this thing is waterproof, I think.
Wow. That looks epic. It's so much like New Zealand. I washed cars, split wood, worked in a garden, mowed the lawn.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing. I worked in a service station, in a gas station. I was a driveway attendant. I checked oil and checked tire pressure and ate chips and drank Coke.
Are we going to go in it? Yeah, we may as well. Jump. I think I need to be on the other side of the... Yeah.
That's weird that there's seagulls flying around up there as well.
Okay, be right back. Just look at the sheer torrent.
That's cool.
And we're gonna make the jump, I think. Or we're gonna fall in. Oh. Alright, lovely. Oh.
This is cool. I like Tipsy Panda. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are digging it. Look, I'll be honest, I had no idea what this channel would be. Baxter said, oh, Zalian's got a YouTube channel. I was like, what? Wow, okay, I'll check it out. I didn't know what to expect. I think this is cool. I think this is the content I'd rather watch on YouTube. I mean, we have a connection to the guy, but other than that, I just think this is a bit more genuine. I wonder why he's called the Tipsy Panda, though. Does he drink? I don't know. Tipsy, get drunk? Does he enjoy a bit of a beverage? It does look like New Zealand, though. Yeah, right on, Netskis.
I think that's about as far as I'm game to go without slipping and falling. We've spotted another waterfall, and the next shot you see should be me on top of it.
How barren.
It's such a small country of about 300,000, I think, in population.
Oh, wow.
They've got amazing infrastructure to have 5G.
Well, I didn't see the speed. Was that 20 meg down? 17? Okay, it's
amazing.
That's not that far. 25 meg down? That's not that fast.
Infrastructure to have 5G here in the middle of nowhere.
What a bizarre landscape.
Download speeds of 210 megabits per second.
What? 210? Oh, that's the upload.
40 megabits upload speed.
I got 500 meg down.
Pretty ridiculous. It's about as close as we're going to get. There's a massive sign saying don't climb it.
That's epic, man. What an epic view. We got some higher speeds coming to the NBN, the National Broadband Network, a month from now, mid-September. We're in mid-August right now, and you can apply to get gigabit speeds up and down. I'll get them. I'll go for it. I won't need them, but I'll go to the top, and then I'll slowly ramp back down to slower speeds. But yeah, it's finally Australia is getting catching up to the rest of the planet. See, shut up, Dale. Yeah, there it is. Shut up, Dale.
Dangerous. So I don't think we're going to be able to go up there, but hey, this is pretty close enough. So anyway, here I am at the edge of the waterfall.
Wait, you went up anyway?
Ferocious, and a very long way down as well.
Dude.
So careful not to get too close to the edge.
Fucking hell, man. Calm down. Jesus.
Very nice view off here.
It's such a strange landscape.
So it must come from the glaciers over there, down there.
Wow.
Here, and then over the edge. Here are some more shots of the waterfall.
That's
meters
epic.
Away from the edge. This is Volcano. Shouldn't have run up the side of it, but it's alright. Just to show you.
Oh man, it'd be rad if Baxter went along with Tipsy Panda. A collab together. I mean, Baxter doesn't have it. Well, he has it. Baxter doesn't create content, but yeah. That would be good to see them together for sure.
It was. Significant way down. So that's a volcano. This is all volcanic rock of some sort. I don't care what it is.
Volcanic rock.
I don't know what I was expecting but I'm a little bit disappointed, so I'm gonna edit that to make it look like Mount Doom. I'm a little bit disappointed, so here's the real.
He needs to use his mic. A little bit of Lord of the Rings in the end there. Oh, there you go. That's how that ends. Okay, well, there you go. The Tipsy Panda, folks. We will continue watching this gentleman as we go along on our journey through the YouTube archives. No, not archives. The YouTube Chronicles. Fuck. I'm going to wrap this up here because I'm enjoying the beer, but I'm also going to just enjoy my own Saturday with the family. We'll hang out together tomorrow. I am streaming more than I used to. You know, there's been a bit of a change in my life, and yeah, I'm filling that void with streaming. So I'll be here again tomorrow. Love you to hang out with me. Everything seems to be working technically, and so why not use it and go for it? And then there'll be an IRL stream. By the way, seller of Govan hasn't responded yet. My message has been seen like an hour ago, so she's seen it. She just hasn't responded yet. So I'm going to investigate the timing belt. I'm going to try to find out just in general what a timing belt change would cost in the delete. There's a lot of different. Is there alcohol in this homebrew? I reckon there is. Why am I? This is really affecting me, man. I mean, I've only had one of them, but I feel like I could run a marathon right now of objection. I could run a marathon of. Fuck, what am I trying to say? I'm just going to end this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. And Dale, shut the fuck up.